Hi everyone and welcome in this second session about code quality. Today I will cover something that doesn't seem like much, but it will be a huge help in your repository. So let's say I'm a new repository here. What should be the first thing that I do? The first thing that I do is to create a file called .editorconfig. And EditorConfig, what it is? So it's something very basic. In a small file, we will add some command rules to follow, and it will be automatically taken into account by your IDE. So this is huge because from the very start, you will be able to follow best practices that will even be done without you knowing it when you save, for instance. And this is a great way to avoid very common issues like you've got a team with working on different workstations, someone using Windows, another one using Linux, another one using macOS. You could end up in a nightmare like doing merges because there have been some changes unexpected. You will also improve your quality. You can remove extra lines, extra spaces, things like this. You don't have to care about the encoding. It will be done for you by your AD. So this a lot of things like this can be avoided very easily, and it's really a standard. If you look at, for example, TypeScript, there is an EditorConfig file. If VS Code, you got EditorConfig file, Angular, and so on. You understand the pattern. So let's see it in action. And for this one, I will use Visual Studio Code. It's an IDE that is really massively used by the community, and I use it a lot. So I've got an EditorConfig file, so it should be really at the root of your code base, and called .editorconfig, all in one. And here I'm on the root level, so no issue, I can say root equal true. Sometimes if you have a repository with multiple type of code, like one Angular, one .NET or something like this, it may be interesting to have multiple files editor config with kind of a hierarchy, and you can inherit from a lower level from the root level. But after, you can see it's very easy to write, very easy to understand. Here I'm saying, okay, encoding GF8, I don't want to care, I don't want to have issues with this. I want to use only line Linux end of line format. I want to use by default two spaces and with spaces. I want to insert an end of line that is always blank. And I want to also remove any kind of white space at the end. So this is what I want. And what is very interesting, Visual Studio Code will understand it. So every time I do save something, it will tell me, and even sometimes it will make something appear like a warning. For example, I've got a markdown file, and in one particular use case, I want to add, so first line, second line, but I want to add extra spaces because in Markdown, it may be interpreted like a new line. So I want to do this, but when I save, you can see it, it's removed. This is what I want for the other files, but not for this one. So what I will do, I would just disable this rule for the Markdown file and then save it. And then if I go there and I do again my check, you can see it's not removed. So it really doesn't seem like much. It's very easy to put just one file with a few lines, but really, really, you will benefit from it. So that was my second advice. I hope you saw the interest in this. Please use an EditorConfig file in your code base. You will be happy with it. It's a very good way to avoid any common issues, and you will follow just the best practices it is. So have a try. And as usual, please subscribe to my channel if you liked this video and you would like to be notified as soon as there is a new one coming up. And I wish you the best and see you soon.